Hey there everybody, welcome to the DCS World video here on the channel. This is a bit different of a video for me than usual. What we're doing is we are launching from here at Ramat David. I've got a Hawk launcher, I've also put 9 Dome in the middle of the base just for a bit of fun. But I'm using the Levant SAM template, and I'm going to use this for a mission. Now today we are going out and attacking basically a desert road base that the Syrian Air Force has been using, and they think it's, basically the whole thing is beyond our touch. We're going to fly out there, drop a bomb on it, and fly back, all unnoticed, all unescorted. We're going to be sort of alone and afraid, but really we only need to drop 2 bombs on this thing because we're so lightly defended, and they're really not expecting an attack. So, throttles are maxed. Let's do a thing. And because I am using the Levant template, if I get seen by EW radars, interceptors will be launched. I will get intercepted. Okay, we'll pull back to just sort of back into dry power now. And we're going to roll on course and fly out there. Have noticed our aircraft lights are on, so what we'll do on this first leg, I'm going to throw an autopilot on just so it holds us on this course into a mountain, which is always safe. Altitude hold, check. And we're going to really quickly all of our lights off. There we go. So our lights should now be extinguished. Yeah, we've got the position lights on, but we're going to keep those. Actually, no, we're not. What we'll do is we'll just pull to one side, just to fly around this mountain. I don't trust 900 feet as high as we need to go. So, covert lights, and we're fully de-illuminated now, so we're not going to be seen by anyone. This is sort of the altitude we're going to be aiming to do most of our sortie at today, I'll be honest. So I'm looking at the little moving map there. You can see we've got a lot of threat emitters on our EHSD screen. That is fine. Plan is we're just going to fly down at low level. There's a on the way through there is a there's a valley we're going to fly up, which will keep us out of sight of most of the radars. We're probably going to be seen. We're going to get launched on, but nothing we can do about that. What I'm actually going to do now that we're airborne as well, as we approach the Sea of Galilee, is power on, threat system on. What we'll do is we're going to pull around the side of this mountain here. Should have waypointed this, but fluff it. Don't care. We'll roll over the top, but this will just keep us at basically, as you will know with radar, it is a line of sight tool. In other words, it relies on what we can. There we go. On what we can see. So, or what it can see. Sorry. So, if we are hiding behind a mountain, it cannot see us. It's basically not as basic as line of sight, but also not that far off. So, yeah, our main threats today, SA2, SA6. The main things we're going to be going up against. SA5s as well, and there's some AAA on the ground. But that'll be absolutely fine. Now, this is sort of inspired, this mission, by Israel's Operation Opera, which is of course where they flew a bunch of F-16s, brand new F-16s A models, at low level for like 800 miles. Dropped a bomb on a nuclear research site, and then flew back again. And yeah, all of them made it. No one died except for, I think one or two at the site did. But sort of the nature of the beast, to drop bombs on people's heads, you're going to kill them. But it was still a fairly impressive feat, for both the period. Yeah, we're gonna stay low. I want to go along this valley here. Panic for a second because I wasn't too sure I'm going. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to pop out soon because we've been visually spotted by now. Woohoo! Okay, we're now being looked at by radars. Take it down a low level. All around. They've got SA6 looking at us. Pair of SA6 is looking at us. So we've been detected. We're going to go down hill. You can see as well now. No, actually, no. Intercept has been launched. It's spawned in yet. You can see we are fairly low down. Sub 100 feet all the way. Where did I just fly past? Oh, it's just a pillbox. That's cool though. I just saw it and I thought it was like a being locked up by something. Just shoot our altitude. They're going to struggle to track us though. Yeah, this is our airflow level that we're doing today. When it says counter, that's the airplane saying, I think you should launch countermeasures now. And me saying, no, stuff that, we're not. And we'll push forward to that last waypoint now. So it's 83 miles like this. We've got to stick to. And the plan is we're going to get to the target area, basically toss our bombs onto it, and then fly away. Once we get past this sort of initial line of defences, we are actually, it's, like I say, we're getting to an area where we can go up a bit. So the last sort of 30 miles is like 200 feet. We could fly 500 feet if we wanted to, no big deal. This is incredibly low level flying though. Like I'm flying basically one-handed, but I'm just lots of tiny corrections and just making sure the airplane does exactly as I want it to. Is it launching anyone? Yep, there's MiG-21 spooling up on the pad to come get us. We're not going to let him. That waypoint is on the ground because it's our target waypoint. So I'm basically just going to throw bombs at it and run away. But the reason it looks like it's really close is it's basically through the curvature of the Earth. Is what it's showing us. Bit choppy, but aside from that, it's a pretty good day for flying. I did do this as a test where I actually flew just a slick F-16 through at low level. Didn't attract a single shot, but then went high level for my return and immediately just got blown out of the sky. Absolutely love the fact that the level of detail that's in this game and that it can handle me flying a high fidelity aircraft with all the assets that are in at very low level, doing all the computational stuff, and it's smooth, and it looks this bloody good. Of course, this is being recorded in late May 2023, so the Sinai map has not released yet. As soon as that releases, this sort of mini conflict so it's going to be a mini little campaign conflict. I am going to expand to do stuff down on the Sinai Peninsula. You know, this is just sort of using the Israeli Air Force and their myriad of cool equipment. You know, not a statement on Israel themselves, but at the end of the day, you know, what we do, this channel, we don't do geopolitics. We do fighter jets, and something tells me this wouldn't be a terrible thumbnail. So just going to quickly grab that, and then we'll continue flying. Like you can see, we are basically 30 feet off the ground. This is probably as low as we want to go, to be fair, because any lower than this, what will happen is we'll get sorry, my brain's melting. Any lower than this, what will happen is we will get just trails. That's what I was looking for. Kicked up in the desert behind us. So we want to stay low, we want to stay fast. But only 50 miles to go now. But yeah. I know also that Jordan tends to be fairly chill when it comes to when it comes to stuff with Israel. Like Syria's like, no, fucking rocket them. Jordan's like, do we have to? Bit more chill, basically. Yeah, he's taxing for the departure Milsim. But anyway, and you know, but I'm so taking advantage of the fact that there is a road strip in Jordan in the game. We're now at the deserty bits. I'm going to go low and fast. Now, 40 miles to go. I'm going to take the opportunity, as we are basically off radar scope now for most people. AG mode on, power mode on, and we're dropping single CB103, single CB105. Both are thingied. Cool. 38 miles. So yeah, basically got two single cluster bomb munitions. One's CBU 105, which is for armor targets. If there's any armor, it'll deal with that. And CBU 103, which will attack, which is better at sort of saturating the area, dealing with soft-skinned vehicles and the ilk. Now this, fun fact, in wartime, this is as low as USAF is allowed to go. 100 feet. In wartime, wait till we get to this side of. Oh shit! Sorry. I'll in wartime. Well, at least in the 1990s. Can't get that low. My self-preservation reflex kicks in. This is as low as our Buccaneers would go. Now imagine, for a moment if you will, you're just some poor bastard on the ground, and this comes over your head at 570 knots. So because it's 2.75 minutes, what we're going to do is we're basically going to go to out of ground mode at about 1 minute to run. Maybe at 15 miles we'll go out of ground master mode. I'm going to switch my fun switches to master armed. My fun switches to fun. And at 20 miles I'm going to go full burn. Actually no point. Disregard. Now it's the return from this sortie that is going to be the complex part. And it'll require some map and compass work because I didn't set it up properly. Well, when has that ever happened before, am I right, home viewers? So, we've got air ground mode. Yeah. Like I say, I want probably about 30 seconds to go with pitch. Bear in mind, it's giving a really low JDAM in zone estimate because we are very low. Obviously, the bomb can only fall so far, right? Whereas if I shoot at sub 20 miles now, so full burner. Let's do it. 30 seconds. There's Mach 1. Pitch. Bomb? No? Maybe? Shit. Okay. Re-attack in a diving fashion. Where won't the bomb fall? Okay. Doing nothing wrong with my aircraft. AG mode, pre-planned. Zap, zap. I get one last chance at a drop. I'm going to have to override the target. Wonderful. And I'm being shot at. Great. You can see there is a road base there, though. Right, we're going. I'm going to have to be engaging with guns soon. Right, because I slowed down, you accelerate and then re-attack. I'm actually going to have to, if I don't get a pass on, drop on this pass, I am going to have to go to, I'm going to actually recycle through gun as well, because I know that will force something in it. Over my shoulder. Yeah, fine for a re-attack from here. Full effective placement. And one bomb away. Two bomb away. Going to guns. Just to shift them up a bit. And running away. That gunfire was more or less just to thingy them. I don't know what happened to my aircraft there. That was a really strange situation I've not experienced before. I go wings level. Yeah, you can see we've got explosions going on over there. So that'll have affected something, hopefully. Out-of-ground mode away. We're now running straight towards a Hawk battery by the looks of things. I want to come out of burner into normal mode. I'll quickly do an F10 check. So just for numbers here, we took off from basically Nazareth, that place where JC, my man JC was born, or from, sorry, 135 nautical miles straight line. We're being looked at by a Hawk angrily. Back downhill we go. We just put on brackets slightly to the south, even though Hawk's looking at me angrily. We'll just stay low and fast and run away from that Hawk battery. Minor inconvenience here is we are coming or flying back towards the sun. Not a great deal that I can do about that, though. Yeah, something tells me I wrecked the stores on that one. I'm in angry range for the Hawks. What I can do, pitch up. Roll back over. See, so those hawks are looking at me, but they're not shooting for some reason. So because I can use some of that, the missiles of doing some wild weaseling on my way home. I am fairly close to putting them in a notch, though, so they would actually find me at this point quite difficult to engage. We'll just stay at this altitude for now. Interestingly, that MiG-21 went, nah, it's an F-16, I'm going home. Yeah, this is obviously the desert of Syria. And yeah, no, hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. Forgot what day of the week it was. Yeah, I hope you're having a good day. Like I say, I'm working on some of the DCS stuff at the moment. I wanted to do stuff that's a bit more complex, a bit more advanced. But in this sort of sortie where we're just doing run in, shoot at shoot the bad man in the face, basically, then run home. There's not a mass to do. Although this is going to be a decent length video. Also, please note the fact that we are probably going to do this on 1 tank of gas. What I'm going to do, as we are in the desert, and we're on the desert of Syria, so it's a combatant state. Yeah, that's the Syrian border we just crossed. We'll give it a beat before we actually no. It's borderlands. So what I'm going to do is bags off, thonk. Yeah. So we punch the bags off, and it just puts us in a place where you know we're a bit slicker, a bit quicker, a bit more agile. The bags are empty anyway. We don't have £4,500 of gas, which means we are going to be arriving back on base really low, even at present fuel burn rates. So we can't go high to go home to save fuel, so we're going to have to stay low, we're going to stay low, we're going to stay fast. I'm just going to run home in a straight line at this point. But looking at it, I mean, we made it on the way out, why not make it on the way back, right? It's about 100 miles. I may just stay at 100 feet all the way on this one, just see if we get launched out. If we get launched out, I'll go low and drop chaff and flare. As well, a lot of these SAM sites, well, a lot of the SAM sites will be looking towards us around, not inland. And hopefully it means if we can convince, basically, if we're running away from them at speed, it makes us a bit harder to shoot. So, yeah. Overall, though, we've got just about right missiles left now, and obviously ECM pod on the bottom. Nothing I can do about that. It's got a really good amount of speed, so if we lose the engine due to fuel starvation, which to be honest, I don't think we will, but I mean, doing let's call it 600 knots that we're doing. It's about 100 nautical miles, so a little over about 7 or 8 minutes until we get back. So yeah, we should be fine. I've done the mental maths. We'll be there. Basically, 600 knots, 60 miles is a tenth of an hour. And I mean, waypoint 0 is Ramat David. That is within the 60-mile range ring now. So, tenth of an hour, well, 95% of that. So, within 5%, we should burn about £1,400 of fuel before we land back. We're not going to have a lot of fuel on board, but we're going to land with something. Woo! Threading a needle pretty much, yeah. Oh, what if we left them an ECM pod back there? I'm also really considering moving all of my weekend uploads to be DCS, because DCS does way better than anything else at the weekend. And I enjoy playing the game, you know. As long as I enjoy playing it, I'll record it. It's always my mantra. Being looked at angrily, let's take it back downhill. You blew up my airfield. No, didn't. Yeah, I did, but you're not going to catch me. Okay, we can bracket slightly right here and just go between the two pylons. Wow. You know what, the bounciness is what I'm really enjoying today. Is it feels like it's not just a perfect day. I just used the default weather and times that the Levant template came with, but actually it works so well. Nearly there. No, not been shot at yet. I'm just going to stay at this level. Stuff it. I've basically got a notch filter. So you can see on the RWR, that there is the radar that's looking at us. So it's off on our right hand side. Whilst it can see us, we're a difficult shot because we're in its notch filter, and a Doppler radar looks for speed towards and away from. And then when we get out of its notch filter, we're going pretty fucking fast. 600 knots exactly. So, yeah, it's going to struggle to shoot us because... Oh, sure, I got that. Nearly caused me to die. Basically, it's going to struggle to make up the speed catching us up in simple terms. So, sorry, I'm struggling to use my words. I'm not very good at it. Go on the valleys. I see the valley. Comfort Valley. Yeah. Can't catch me. I'm low, I'm fast, I'm sexy. We literally went the other way up this valley on the way here. Alright, so we are not that far off being feet dry, so I'm just going to pop up and put a bit of blower on. We'll see if we get a shot at on this. 4,000 feet, near enough. That's the Sea of Galilee, so we're basically home now. So it's another MiG-21 launching for us, but we've left now. And the original guy... Oh, he's coming for us, I think. That's why we have our own SEMs to protect us. Do protect. Let me duck down below the cloud just to give myself better visibility. I'm not saying I have trust issues, but I have trust issues. Vaguely this direction. I mean, I could call the tower and ask for a vector. By the way, yeah, £2,500 of gas for the recovery, absolutely grand. I'll include a bit of burner just to get us up to altitude. What we'll do is we're actually going to chop the power off now. As we are entering friendly airspace, if you look where we are on a map, Sea of Galilee, or Yam Kinret. What we'll do is we'll do measurement of distance. So we've actually gone north of Haifa. But what we'll do is we'll go. Sorry, Ramat David. So what we'll do is we'll go 18 miles heading 238. Bit of a sporty turn on. Turn on. No, the what my plan is military aircraft are sort of governed to 300 knots below 10,000 feet, at least in peacetime in most countries. So we're just going to glide down to that speed, basically. Where's that MiG-21? There he is. So he's running southbound towards I was last seen on EW for them. Meanwhile, I'm just on my way back to the thingy. We'll go with Nazareth, would be quite cool. I've never actually witnessed. No, Jesus wasn't. No, Jesus was born in Jerusalem. Was he? Why was he Jesus of Nazareth? Well, anyway, I'm confused and afraid, but that was my sex tape. Can you tell I'm not religious yet? Actually, the course run's going to do really well. We'll just come down. We'll look out for Ramat David on the right, on the left-hand side, then just bonk into it. The good thing about Sinai is we're going to have everything down here now, so we can go south and annoy the Egyptians a bit. Even do stuff like, you know, throw back to Israeli F4s, because those, you know, we love the F4 and you know, we have it in DCS now. Oh, actually, we are going to have it in DCS properly soon. You know, the F4E, which I'm fairly sure the version Israel had, so that's fun. So we could do like a throw back in time again. What we'll do is just for fun. Make some vapes. Bunt the nose over. Whoa, that was a bit of a rapid motion over. So, what we'll do is ATC. Ramat David inbound. Roger that. So they want us to fly this bearing to. We don't acknowledge that, but 242 for 17. There's the airfield in sight. You know, I'm not even sure how to set the QFE on this. It's fine, we're flying visual anyway, but 450 knots, oops. What we'll do now that we're slowed down, 09 will pretty much be that runway that we see the rabbits from. What we'll do is pop some air brake. You now see the issue with an F-16, it's incredibly slippery. What we'll do is down. 250, gear, power, brake. I've got air brake now retracting. I'm coming down from a bit of a high inbound. High inbound, I don't really care. Appears I'm on the wrong runway, but I don't care. Tower seems to have gone offline. I'm going to land because I can see the runway's clear. What we'll do is we'll dive down. Yeah, and power on. Whoa. I should have had that off. Oopsie. What we'll do is we'll go pull off the runway and safe the aircraft up. I think it's yep. NWS now. No, I'm on the runway still, so I go off, off. There we go. Roger that. Taxi to parking area. So turn taxi lights on, and I'm going to turn my book. We'll just park up in front of the hangars over here on the right hand side. This will do me for ending the sortie. That's not bad though. 40 minutes to cover 300 odd miles. There we go. So what we'll do is parking brake. Lights. There we go. What will happen is we'll get one of the tug to come out and push us back into the hangar now. I want to take the chance to thank you guys for watching today's wonderful video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe to see more from me on a regular basis. A lot of flying sure is fun, but we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.